listen, until my co-hosts get in, I want to get right into this content, and I'm sure that you see, the description where it says, can how can we all get along, and I want to just explain this to you, because again, if nobody got in the book, please get this book, Nuts and Bolts by Mr. Neil Serbon. And this is the kind of book that'll help you out, that if you decided to get your own business, you decided to get your own company, you decided to get your own barbershop, how can you properly relate to people? If you get your own church, whatever it is, how can you properly relate to people? And that's what we want to talk about, tonight. How is it? We talked about, all different types of people. Like, we had the red people who are about individuality. They can't be constrained by other people's rules. You know what I'm saying? King David, good to see you, sir. They can't be constrained by other people's rules. They can't, they love to just, be to themselves. They love to find problems. They love to solve problems, and it's not about time in this particular time, or this moment. They love to solve problems that other people haven't found. And they like this, to really feel good about the stuff that they did, and they're not egotistical. They can come off egotistical. They can come off kind of like shady, like, well, where they're just by themselves. They can sit next to you, not say anything, and not have a problem with you. Those are individual people. Remember, we talked about that. Then we talked about blue people, who are about process. You see what I'm saying? They love to process things before they do anything. What are we going? What you want us to go where? Okay, well, if you want, who's taking us? What time are we leaving? What time are we working out? Who's driving us? You know what I'm saying? What time? What happens when we get there? After we leave, what time do we leave? How are we going to get back? What route are we taking? They need to know all of that type of stuff. They need to know every bit of that stuff, And I want y'all to understand something, y'all. I'm like, wow. When I take a look at stuff like this, I'm like, yo, blue people are definitely people, saying, that you would definitely need to know, especially if you're trying to get information, especially if you're trying to do certain things. You want blue people in your corner. But also, but they're process people. Also, we have green people. Green people are always on the go. They love to be on the fast lane. You know what I'm saying? Everything's about the fast lane. Look, to tell me where we're going. Don't tell me nothing else. I need to get there. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing else. And that's how we're going to do that. You feel what I'm saying? And so blue people are obviously kind of like opposite of green people. Green people may seem like they're cold-shouldered because they'll leave you in the dust. It's just that they can't be left behind. They can't be held back. Just today when I left to go to work, you know what I'm saying? We're on. You know what I'm saying? We up here, we walking around. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get into the building. Not only are we trying to get to the building, but guess what? We get to the building and we can't get in because there's so many people. You got construction workers in front of the door. You got all types of window washers in front of the door. And we're like, yo, what in the world's going on? We got to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got to get to work and I got to clock in on time and this, that, and the other. So at that particular time, we were greens. Like, yo, listen, we just cannot be held back. We cannot be. I'm sorry, I got to leave you behind. I'm sorry the lady got hit by the door. Sorry that the dog is getting caught in somebody's leg. Look, we just got to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of people that green people are. They're on their way, but they don't mean to be rude. They're not rude people. It's just that they cannot be slowed down and they can't be having anybody with luggage. That's just what that is. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, we have yellow people. Yellow people are those of them who are about harmony. My partner and I had just talked about it on yesterday. On last week, we talked about, harmony people and how people, harmony people are about, listen, seeing other people. And I see somebody coming in. Harmony people are about, other people who are, they love to have people to understand each other. You know what I'm saying? So if you got people who are just arguing, they upset and they, mad and this, that, and the other, yellow people like to allow for other people to understand each other so that they can walk away friends. They don't want a cup of coffee unless you get a cup of coffee. They don't want to go to the restaurant unless you want to go to the restaurant. Whatever it is that you want is what it is that they want. Wow, my secretary's in the house, and I'm glad we got somebody to pinch it for me. You know what I'm saying? As soon as she appears, we'll have her to appear also. But also understand that yellow people are those of them who, although they are beautiful people and they love people, they also get upset. You know what I'm saying? They get upset when other people are not considerate of other people. And I don't know if you know anybody that's like that. Ivory, good to see you, sis. Your gift is coming to you soon. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody understand that or whatever the case may be, but yellow people get upset when other people don't are not considerate of other people. In other words, you walk through the door, you see somebody right behind you. Why are you not gonna hold the door for them? Come on, somebody. And then watch this. If somebody hold the door for you, Why are you not going to say thank you? Come on, y'all. Sometimes we need to at least say thank you. Some people feel so privileged. You ever seen those people that don't even know you? Henry Torres, good to see you. My brother's on the line. You ever seen so many people, you know what I'm saying, that they see you open the door, but they feel so privileged that they walk through the door and they don't say anything, like as though that you are obligated to open the door. That's the thing that would get yellow people and people who have harmony upset. But now we talked about all of those particular individuals, you know what I'm saying, during the course of the weeks. And I want to tell you something, y'all. I want to be able to have you remember some of the curriculum that we talk about. All right. And what I want you to also know is that there are going to be some questions because we're going to have a big shebang for like a big, huge giveaway. But in order for you to earn this, you're going to have to answer some questions. And in order for you to answer some questions, you might have to go back into Facebook and look at some of the episodes. You might fast forward, rewind, fast forward, whatever the case may be. But there are going to be a couple of questions that myself and our staff are going to be asking everybody. And if you answer, you know what I'm saying, all 4 questions or all 5 questions, you know what I'm saying, if you get at least 4 out of 5 right, that's a good go. But if you get all of them right, oh my goodness, you get the big gift. All right. And it's bigger than the television. That's all I got to say. All right. So with that being said, let's get started. DJ Leslie, good to see you. He's a legend. I'm glad that he's on the line. If y'all can, like and share your page and let everybody know that we're here. Let's fill the place up. Let's really like flood this place. As soon as I see my secretary, I'll have her to come on. Right now, she's in the background, her own background. All right. But listen, what happens, and I'm sure that you've seen the description, how can we all get along? Now, I want you to understand something. When you take a look at a red, you know what I'm saying? A red will get upset, although they're individual people. They get upset, you know what I'm saying, sometimes when people don't consider them in the way that they really are. You know what I'm saying? And so you got blue people who want people to, first of all, red want people to understand that, listen, they're not cold-shouldered, they're not self-centered. They just got to do what they have to do, you know what I'm saying, and stay in their own bubble and cocoon in order to feel, loved and stuff like that. Not only that, but they want to feel like they understood, LeVar G, what's up, big bro? Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can't like and share your page, let people know that we on. And so, obviously we got blue people who, what they love to do, they want people to understand, listen, we're all about getting the directions. You feel what I'm saying? And not only will we get the directions, but we'll also share the directions that we give. You know what I'm saying? But we're all about process. We just need to know. Please don't get upset with us because we keep asking you questions over and over and over because we want to know before we leave to get an understanding. You see what I'm saying? Green people want you to understand that they're not cold-shouldered people just because they leave you behind. They just can't be left behind. Yellow people want you to understand that they have an identity. You know what I'm saying? Even though they got an identity, don't mean just because they ask you for your opinion and because there's some of the stuff that they want you to know, don't mean that they don't have an identity. They want to include you in their memory. They want to include you in their experience. So if they're trying to, let's say you're trying to get YouTube or you're trying to get a podcast, you're trying to get a setup, you know what I'm saying? They'll ask you, well, what kind of camera do you think I should get? What kind of ring light do you think I should get? What kind of laptop or what kind of desktop do you think I should get? You know what I'm saying? No matter what do you think? And it's not that they can't do it or figure it out themselves. And in fact, yellow people are not even saying that they have to be around people all the time. They just prefer to be around people. But when they're by themselves, they think good thoughts about other people. You see what I'm saying? But let me ask you a question. What happens when you get all these people together? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? So tonight, because we started so late, I'm going to scratch only the surface until I get my partner to come up here or my secretary to come up here so that we can do some good dialogue. And oh, by the way, I want you to understand that next week we'll be taking phone calls again. Next week we'll be taking you'll hear the hand claps, you hear the music. I sort of had it raw so that we can have the music and stuff for editing and stuff like that. But guess what, y'all? I got my secretary in the line, and here she is. What's up, sis? Hey, I think you're muted. You have to take your mute button off.
Yep, I do. I'm working 3 screens over here.
Are you working 3
Got
screens? I'm so happy that you're here. I was feeling about myself, and we're talking about, we're already in session. I don't know all of what StreamYard is doing, but at the end of the day, I'm going to have.
StreamYard is being mean to us. I really think
yeah,
they just being mean to us.
They're being mean. But guess what? Can I tell you something? Even though that they're mean, they're necessary because they might seemingly to be mean to us, right? But we don't know what they're going through. I don't think that they don't like our content because at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with StreamYard. The platform that we're on is Facebook. and YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
StreamYard
So
is what we're using. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that when I
to get
call
the
my
message out.
people, yeah, and I'm sure,
Yeah.
Robin, when I call our people, they'll be like, no, we're gonna straighten this out down, or we understand you. Don't worry about it. We got you. We got you. We got you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
that's
with that
true.
being
I
said,
mean, nothing against StreamYard. It's just that
nah,
I
we
had some
kind of tight
technical
right now.
difficulties. I had
Yeah.
I think what it is, I realized that my phone works on a different system. So that's probably what was giving me issues. I don't have Chrome on my phone. And
Oh,
then I said, well, let me try through the
sorry.
laptop. So, but
Right.
normally
Right.
I like to get on StreamYard on my phone and
Yeah.
use the laptop for Facebook so I can type in
Absolutely.
comments and stuff like that. So I'm just in
Right.
reverse today. But
Okay, I got you. It's nothing wrong with being in reverse, and I'm just happy that you're here. You see what I'm saying? And so, sis, so what happens when we get all of these people together? We have yellows who are about harmony. We got reds who are individuality. We have greens who are about speed. We have blues who are about slow down. I need to understand what you're going. Where you're going and what you're doing. So, sis, what are we gonna do? How do we get all these classes of people together to get people to get along? You feel what I'm saying?
Right, to get along and not get on each other's nerves.
Right, absolutely. By the way, I want you to know that you're looking good, sis. All right, I want you to know you're looking good, sis. You're doing your
Oh,
thing,
you think?
and
You think?
and
You ain't
but
looking too bad yourself.
I mean, I'm trying. I feel blue today. I don't know why I feel blue, but it's all good. But listen, let me just say this. Now, here's the deal. Now, let's take a look at yellows and reds. All right.
Those are like
So
two extreme opposites.
extreme opposites, y'all. And by the way, everybody, if one of these colors fit your description, or one of these classes of people fit your description, please do me a favor, put in what color you think you are, or what kind of person you think you are. You see what I'm saying? So in other words, we have yellow people who are about harmony, and they're in love with everybody, right?
Right. We want to
you
see
know,
you win too.
we want to see you win. Listen, I'm sorry, Rob. Please understand. I'm not just promoting the brand, but I have Coca-Cola tonight. So I had Pepsi on last week. But listen, if I get a
Got no
Pepsi, if I'm a yellow or Coca-Cola, I want to find out what soda you like. You might not want Coca-Cola, but if you want Coca-Cola, if you want a soda or something, I want to make sure you have one too. If I'm a yellow,
That's it.
you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure you got one too, right? But then look at the color of Coca-Cola. It's red. I'm not calling it a blood, and I'm not calling me a crip because I'm in blue. However, I'm just saying that red people, right? Good to see you, Angel. Red people are those of them who are the opposite. They're more introverts, right? That's what you call it.
That's a word for it. Yeah,
That's a word for it.
they like to keep
They're
to
so
themselves.
Yeah, so they're more into themselves. They're all about individuality. They're more about, listen, I could I could be by myself. I could sit next to you. I'm not mad with you, but I'm good by myself. You see what I'm saying? But do me a favor, don't give me no rules and nothing like that. And watch this. Although I'm by myself, I don't need to talk too much. So if you put a yellow and you put a red, and by the way, tonight, Robin, we're only scratching the surface. You know what
I
I'm
know.
saying? But if you put a red and you put a yellow together, uh, it can still go good, but let's take a look at why it could go bad. Yellows,
Okay.
they feed off of other people, although they
Right.
have an identity. You see what I'm saying? And they're harmony people. Now let's call them harmony people, right? Shout out to Mr. Neil Seaborn, right? So, but then you got red people who are individual people who are about like, listen, I don't need to speak to everybody. I'm good by myself. So if
Right.
you got both of them that's in the room together, and you got the yellow who's trying to start small talk, you see what I'm saying? But then reds aren't saying too much. That might not be too much of a good thing. Watch this. And then reds don't have a problem with sharing with you, I don't want to talk.
Exactly. And that could easily be taken as they're being standoffish or antisocial, but it's just their way.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot more thinking and processing mentally than they do speaking out. So
Absolutely.
somebody might easily feel like a red is being antisocial or standoffish or even
Right.
rude to a certain extent. If you say, "Oh, how you doing? How's your day? What's going on?" and the red is like, "Oh, I don't feel like talking." Whereas a yellow, it's like, well, I'm
Right.
just trying to make sure you're okay. So who doesn't want that, right? To a yellow, it's like
You
who
know,
doesn't want someone to check on them and make sure they're good and you
right.
know just care for
Okay.
them, right?
Listen, right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Right. I'm sorry.
No,
I
no,
got
that's
I
it. It's
but
just there's such a contrast to one
they
another.
are. They are. Hey, listen, I got a comment real quick from Henry Torres. He says, Having all those people together is like having the Los Angeles Lakers on team on the court. That's not nice. That's not nice, sir. And I'm sorry for all of you Lakers fans, but that's not nice. They lost
Hey,
bad the other
listen,
night. Hey,
I
listen.
I never thought yellow and purple went well together.
I never thought
Anyway,
yellow and purple were well. In
personally,
fact, I
from a
don't even know
fashion
what.
standpoint,
You know, listen, I'm
but
sorry, no disrespect, y'all, but he
not at
says,
all.
and then he come back, Robin, and says that's LeBron James. Oh
Oh
my God,
gosh,
I think Stephen A. Smith is going to get on him on first
is
take
he?
if Stephen
Uh,
ever see.
well, I don't know. I don't know LeBron personally, but from what everybody says, he would be more of the red than the yellow.
He'll be more of the red than yellow. I believe so too. I believe so
He's
too. And so everybody's saying, "Let's go Brooklyn." But listen, he's trying to change the narrative. You know what? I'm gonna see you at work. I'm gonna see you at work. That's our guy. I mean, oh my goodness. And so I want you to understand, though, Robert. You know, again, like you said, I think you said it right, and I still think you said it best. I swear, and I'm giggling. I'm cracking up over here. You know what I'm saying? You know, when it come down to yellows and it come down to reds, you feel what I'm saying? Reds are like, listen, I don't have no problem with telling you. You see what I'm saying? That this is what it is. But yellows. Now here's the yellows though. You feel what I'm saying? Now, could yellows, Robin, um, be the kind of individual at that particular moment to say, "I'm tight with you because you're not even considerate of my feelings."
absolutely, absolutely. But the thing is, with a yellow, it'll pass so quickly that
Right.
you won't even realize that they're upset. You know, and I
Exactly.
can only speak from my own personal yellow
Right.
character,
Right.
right? So, hi Diallo, thanks for joining us. So,
Right. So listen, I got to put my
oh,
glasses on because these people are saying so much stuff. I don't know what's going on. All right. And so,
praise
yeah,
God for mom being home. That's good news.
that's good. That's good. Wow. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. That's good. I'm glad.
That's it.
Always
Yeah,
good
but
news when mom get home, huh?
that's for real.
Always
That'll
good
put you in
news.
a yellow mood.
That'll put you in a
Something
real
like that'll
yellow
put
mood.
you in a yellow
In
mood.
fact, that'll put a red in a good mood. It'll put a green
Right.
in
That'll
in
put
the you know,
everybody.
and everybody. You
Even the
know,
Lakers. Even the
even the
Lakers.
Lakers, even the Lakers. And
Even the
so,
Lakers, Henry, they'll be in a yellow mood. There's no mind with
absolutely. But I'm gonna tell you something, sis. Again, now when they take a look at yellows, they'll let it pass by, or Harmony people would let it pass by quick. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because if they were to say, I'm upset with you because you're not considerate of my feelings, now that's sort of kind of moving into the realm of red because they said I.
Yes.
And yellows are all about we, us, and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You feel
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So at the same time, I could see a yellow going, okay, if you don't want to talk, guess what? I don't want to talk either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
And
want to
that's
talk
the
either.
thing. Just because yellows are about everyone else,
Right.
being okay as well, doesn't mean that they neglect themselves. They are
Absolutely.
themselves important to themselves as well. It's
Absolutely.
just that they get more from making sure everyone is okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I want you to know that we take a look at blues and we take a look at greens. Now, blues are those of them, obviously, who have to process everything. What you say it again. It's not that
Hmm.
they're slow. They just need to hear you, need to understand exactly what you're saying. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Blues are
And
the type to process before they make a move. Like they want to
before they make a
process
move,
everything before they do anything.
before they do anything. Now, it's problematic for people want to go with your greens because they don't have no time. Well, see, here's the deal. I think that, and I'm not trying to say that green people or people want to go because we're not trying to belittle anybody may have a quicker IQ. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to say that their IQ's faster, right?
No, that's not the case at all. It's just that greens process on the way.
They
It's like they
process on
rather
the
get
way,
it going and they can
right?
do the process. It's because they're
Right.
capable of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
mean that they're incapable of anything. It's just that they are more comfortable and
Absolutely.
capable of processing things while they're on the go. It's like we're
Absolutely.
going to the store. All right, let's get to the store. We figure out what we're gonna get when we get there. I know what I gotta get. I know I gotta get greens. I know I gotta get eggs. I know I gotta get this. So let me get to the store. I already know what I gotta get. So let's just get there. The Blues want to sit there and make a list. We're going to get eggs, right? We need cheese, but we're not going to get cheese from that store. We're going to wait until we get to the other store, and that's when we'll get the cheese and the milk. So now we got to make sure we go to this store for the eggs, then we get the
Right.
cheese and the milk from that store, and then we're going to come back home. And on the way back home, that's when we'll stop and get the crackers.
Wow.
So they will do all of that processing before they even go out the door.
Absolutely.
They didn't
Absolutely.
even grab the shopping cart yet. They got the
Right.
list, which stores, they got the whole plan mapped out. And now I'll grab my coat and go to the store.
Now, by that time, Greens have already been to 3 stores.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of funny. I like that. And so again, so it can be problematic to some people who are not mature blues or who are not mature greens. You feel what I'm saying? And I was sort of like just taking a look at the book, and I was stating
Mhm.
some of the stuff that we would have to consider about greens and blues and yellows and
And
reds, right?
reds, yeah.
And how you filter them, and we're gonna get into some of this. You know what I'm saying? Because by the way, next week, Robin, rather you know or not, we're gonna have a skit that we're gonna show
What?
about blues, greens, yellows, and reds.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's gonna be
yeah.
great.
And so
I
what we're
can't
gonna
wait to see that.
right, and so you know what else, Robin? So based upon that particular skit, there's gonna be some stuff we talk about. Then there's gonna be some stuff we don't say that we want for our community to take a look at and
To
take
pick
and
up
guess.
on.
Right, because
Yeah.
if they get all 5 illustrations right, excuse me, they get all 5 right, then they get a big huge
We got
prize.
something for them.
They got a bit, I mean, a big
Got something
huge prize
for
coming,
them.
and
We got
that's why. Yep, absolutely. And so shout out to Live Pigeon, by the way. Just want to see that they're the
yes,
people,
Brandon
they're the
Fisher.
ones making it happen and stuff like that. So huge prize. And so we want for people now to show us all of what they've learned, through our podcast about their self, about how they deal with other people, how they
Mhm.
take in what other people have done to them. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't want for people to just come on here and listen. We want people to learn. We want people to take this, and we want people to get the book. We want them to glean from this, and to let them to know,
Absolutely.
listen, this stuff is real life, and it happens, and it's valid.
And it
Especially
works for you. This
it
this is
works.
instrumental in, like you said, building whatever it is you're building, whether you're building a business, whether you have a ministry, whether you are just looking to become better at your own personal development. This is key information that is going to help you to succeed in any of those areas and more. So
Yes.
we're doing this as a service to our community. We're doing this and as a way to build people up and empower people. We don't want anyone to just struggle and bump through and then have a not a clear understanding
Right.
of who people are. When you are in these realms, when you're in any social setting, you're dealing with all kinds of people, all kinds of personalities, and you want to understand and relate to people in a way that you can build a good relationship, a good partnership, and an ongoing one that'll be
Absolutely.
beneficial for both parties.
Absolutely. Because at the same time, whatever it is that you have according to your business and you're up and coming, Elizabeth, good to see you. Whatever it is that you want, and like I said, I'll just announced also, if y'all will, that my wife is a co-author, of this wonderful book. You
Oh
see what I'm saying?
my goodness.
And by the way, what it is like being a woman. You know what I'm saying? What it is like being a woman, and it's a wonderful thing because again, it's all these different type of women that sharing their inspiration, sharing their experiences. You know what I'm saying about things that they've gone through and stuff that they've come out of. By the
Hmm.
way, this is what the back of the book look like.
These
You
are
have all
all the
this.
wonderful
These are
ladies
all of
who
the
have
25
contributed.
authors, and if you will, if you look, this is what Monique Francis look
Hey,
like.
First
So
Lady.
that's who she is and stuff like that. And so again, when you take a look at something such so great, you got to also know that you're going to be dealing with people, right? You're going to be
Yep.
you want people to buy your book. You want people to look into your book. And I'm going to tell you, your book might not find everybody, right? But people will find the book that it's needed for, or for the people that need it. And so the reason why I'm saying is because again, if you have a book, y'all, if you have a business, you need to know this kind of curriculum in order for us to really deal with people on a better schedule, on a nice schedule. You got what I'm saying?
Mhm.
On a great schedule, on a professional schedule. You feel what I'm saying? On a professional, level. You know what I'm saying? Not only just a schedule, but on a professional level. You see, Robin, what's so nice? Of course, I got It's All You TV, right? And
Uh-huh.
you got yours coming up soon. And by the way, I want you to look out, what I'm saying, for Robin Holmes. Her YouTube page will be coming out soon and stuff like that. We are obviously all on YouTube with It's Life, right?
Hmm.
We want to deal with people. So these are the people we deal. We want for people to come and say, listen, I want to hear what is it we have to say. And I'm gonna tell you something. This year is gonna be a wonderful year, 22 because we're going to get some controversy going on. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some people who need to understand, how do you deal with difficult people? You know,
Oh, it's
people
coming.
who just don't care.
It's
So
coming.
so
And
absolutely.
listen, that's a
You know,
whole other session. That's a whole other
and
insight
so
podcast.
guess what? Guess
But
what we got?
listen.
So guess what we got coming up, sis? We have 4 people coming up. You know what I'm saying? Not even virtual, but we're gonna be in the studio live. You know what I'm saying?
Live
We're gonna have
studio.
out. Come on, y'all. We're gonna have out. Yeah, we're gonna have some people that we can sit down and talk and see what their point of view is. And I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah, get some.
And always remember, y'all, it's not about getting the last word. You know what I'm saying? It's about knowing what you know and why you decided what you've decided. Straight like that, you know. One of the things that I've learned about you know, videos and cinematography, Robin, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to, shout out to John Arrington. I was talking to him and he says to me, he says, you know what? You know, that's the bro. He said, let me tell you something, bro. Can I tell you? I said, what's up, man? He says, you know, no matter how much cameras you get, no matter how many lenses you get what I'm saying? Please remember, what I do, I like to do because it's through my eye focal. It says whatever it is that you like through your own eyes is the right way. In other words, there's no wrong way to do cinematography. There's no wrong way to do your lighting. You see how my lighting is right now, sis? If this is what I like,
way better than mine.
No, not even that. No, but listen, if I want more blue than I want face retraction, then it's right. Because that's what I want.
That's what you want.
I'm saying if your background is great, if that's what you want, in other words, all I'm trying to say is there's no wrong way. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So again, it's the same premise. You see what I'm saying? You know, there's no wrong way per se. It's all about what you like. You know what I'm saying? The kind of ministry that you have, you know what I'm saying? The kind of business that you're going to run, you know what I'm saying? The kind of thing that you're going to introduce to the world. One of the things that I do know, Robin, and I want to just regress for a quick second, if you will, you know what I'm saying, off of the colors, because we do know, obviously, you know, yellows to reds can have some friction because of one who love people and they love small talk and the other one that don't. You know what I'm saying? And then you got greens and blues, you know what I'm saying, who one slow down, one speed up. But I want to regress and take a turn for a second. If y'all don't mind, let us, you know, I want to take a turn for a quick second. And that is, I want people to understand that whatever it is that you do, you know what I'm saying, no matter whether you're dealing with the blue, whether you're dealing with the green or yellow, you know what I'm saying, or red, I just want you to understand why you do what you do. You see what I'm saying? And not just that, but I want you to have a purpose, you know, and have a why to what it is that you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? If people are like, oh, I want a podcast just because, oh, it looks nice. You got a camera, you got the microphone, you know what I'm saying? This and that. Okay. But
it's not a good enough reason.
But why would you have all this and no content? Stay tuned. And I'm going to tell you again, y'all, we're grateful to you. Please catch us and watch us on next week. And we are over and